Woo-hoo.
All right. Monty's excited, everybody.
I am excited.
We are back here at the PPC Aruba World Championships, and the man who took over Kansas City,
Woo! Kansas City.
Monty Schmidt, driving
never
down
got
from
it.
Wisconsin.
I never got any barbecue.
Really?
Not a single bit. Was it?
Wait,
I got a tournament, but yeah, no barbecue.
Well, I think I'd take that trade off.
True, but I felt a little bad because I heard the barbecue is really good there.
Well, next time.
Okay.
Next
fair
time.
Enough. Fair enough.
Well, Monty, of course, you travel with all these players from Wisconsin, Mark Kroon and that whole crew, and you were always the guy that never got the win.
Oh man, this is where we're going with this.
And then you break through, and you break through big.
Well,
I mean, you played so well down there in KC. What did that win mean to you?
Well, I think we went through this in the past, but it was big because, yes, I take a lot of crap for being the one who did not have the win yet. And the best part of this one was I think we went in to that day with what, like 30, 32 people or 34
Ballpark, yeah.
something like that. And so what happens is Mark and my wife and I all end up at the same table.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark got into a couple bad hands right away where he had to lay some big stuff down. And then he and I think I raised, he re-raised, I shipped, and he snap called me with queens. And of course I had kings.
Yeah.
And so then he goes out, and then my wife goes out. Then we split that table. My wife goes to another table. She goes out kings versus tens, I think, to who the guy was like the chip leader or something.
Yeah, that's right.
So now when you had those two as your rail, usually they're pretty good rail, but when they're both mad and just got knocked out, and you still have some chips, and they're like, "Hey, we're booking flights," blah blah blah. Now you're like, "Oh man, here we go."
Yeah.
And luckily, I picked up a few hands like right around that same time, doubled up a couple times, and then it went pretty well for me until we got to that final table, and then I think we were down to, I want to say, like 4 or 5, and people were talking deals and stuff, and then and I think I was like low stack or something like that, and the thing is, like, usually when people start talking that and I have a shorter stack, I usually don't do the deal because I'm like, you know what, all I got to do is double up once. Why am I going to settle for something lower when I have a chance to actually go for it? And
right.
Then what happened was, I think I got a couple of hands, and then Steve and I got in that big hand where it was I had ace king and he had ace queen, and then that just pretty much finished it. And at that point, we were done. So, but it was great. I mean, I'm glad to be back here.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
And of course, you're in Aruba now, and you guys have been coming down here for a while.
Yeah.
Tell everybody a little bit about what the experience is like
down
here.
In Aruba. I love coming down here. First of all, obviously, just coming to Aruba is a great time. It's a great island. People are really friendly here. It's safe. It is. The beaches are beautiful. Be careful going into pool without sunscreen like I did yesterday, and then forgetting you don't have sunscreen, getting in a conversation about poker, then getting out of the pool and going, oh crap. I went upstairs, I'm like, honey, we have lotion, right? She's like, yeah. And she's like, oh man. So yeah, I'm completely burned. But the thing I like down here is it is a complete party. But beyond that, the poker's fun because you've got a lot of, what I would say, what I want to say, like regular players or hobby players. I mean, not beginner players, right? But people who play often, but they're not pros, right? I mean,
right.
There are some pros here, but for the most part, it's competent players who've won their way. Many who won their way down here. And it is there's poker the whole week, a whole range of tournaments. Everybody is having a good time, and it's a little more relaxed, right? Because it's an island, and so beyond it being, it's still a serious tournament, and then I don't know what the up top will be on Monday,
it's
but
it's
going to be big. I mean, yeah, I gotta believe it's going to be big. Which I think will, probably tend to hopefully attract even more people next year. I mean, I've seen just in the last 2 years, it's amazing how much it's grown. And you've been down here, you've seen it. It's
yep.
like, So I mean, I'm looking forward to this next year. I'm hoping they add more stops. I hope they pick up more people coming down for particularly for the main. But I also I hope we see even more tournaments down here during the week so that you can get busted out. I'm actually waiting for those guys to bust out. Well, wait. Oh, you're right. I am out again. Everybody else is still playing. In fact, one of them took me out.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Little revenge.
But yeah, there's this great pier right across from this hotel that is they've got great drinks, they got great food, and they have the staff is all these Dutch kids who come down, and then they bartend, but they also karaoke throughout the whole thing.
Oh my!
And so we were in there Monday. It's kind of crazy story. There's a good go look up my Twitter feed or Instagram. You can see the picture. So Monday we were in there. My wife and I were down. He came down on Monday ahead of everybody, and we come in, and there are 20 young guys, probably between the ages I would say of 20 and 25, who are all just completely ripped and tattooed, and they're drunk. And they are having a great time. They're pushing each other off the pier. They're just like completely crazy. And I'm like, what is going on here? So I finally talked to one of the guys, and it turns out that they are Dutch Marines.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, so these are guys, apparently they get stationed down here for a year.
Oh, that's rough.
And so, yeah, exactly. But what happened is they had just come back from a relief mission in Haiti for 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And so they were drinking, and they had just come back. They just got back from deployment and said they were just ripping it up down there. Well, I'm talking to the guy, and I turn around, and I look, and my wife has 20 shot glasses of Fireball lined up on the bar for the Marines. So
Wow.
those went down. It was a great time. I think we were in bed by 8 o'clock because this was at 5:30 at night. But that is the beauty of this island, is that there's always just something crazy fun going on.
Yeah.
That if you happen to be in the right place at the right time, and there's a lot of those places, just that on top of the poker, on top of everything, it's just, I can't say enough about how much fun it is coming down here, and I hope to keep doing it for many years to come.
Well, and we hope to see you make a deep run in the main event this year. That would be a lot of fun.
I would like that. We'll see. Or maybe I'll be hanging out with you, and we'll just be talking about somebody else doing it.
We can do that too.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's all
right.
good.
Awesome.
Well, Monty, thanks for stopping over. Appreciate it. Best
Thank
of luck
you,
to you
Mark.
this week.
Woo.
Go get him. Monty Schmidt, everybody.
Out.
He gone. And we'll have more great updates and information. Of course, make sure you follow our blog as Event 2 is rolling on right now. Ruben Bressler banging away on the keyboard over there doing his thing. The hair's looking good, by the way, Ruben. Nice job. Very nice. And we'll have more, of course. Go to ppcpokertour.com. And, of course, check out our Facebook page at PPC Poker Tour and Twitter, PPC Poker Tour. We'll have more here from the PPC Aruba World Championship 2016 edition as the week goes on. Thanks for being with us.